Hello everyone, I'm Shikha Jha. I have done MSc in Botany and I am also B.Ed. Today we are going to discuss about the difference between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. So what is the difference between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell? Let us know it. Prokaryotes are made up of two words, pro and karyon. Pro means primitive and karyon means nucleus. So here primitive type of nucleus is present. In case of eukaryotes, U means true and karyon means nucleus. So here true nucleus is present. Before knowing the difference, we should know the structure of nucleus. If you haven't watched my video on nucleus, please watch my video first to better understand the differences between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. I'll mention the link in the description box. Let us recall that. We know that nucleus is surrounded by a membrane called as the nuclear membrane. It has chromatin fibers present in it. These are the chromatin fibers. These chromatin fibers are made up of DNA and protein. Here nucleolus is also present. Nucleolus. And all the other fluids that are present in the nucleus is called nucleoplasm. So this is the general structure of nucleus, where the nucleus is made up of four components. It is covered by a nuclear membrane. It has chromatin fibers which are made up of DNA and protein. It has nucleolus, and the fluid or the matrix which is present in the nucleus is called as nucleoplasm. So here we can see that in the prokaryotes, presence of false nucleus. Here false nucleus or primitive type of nucleus is present. It means that this nucleus is not bounded by the nuclear membrane. This nucleus is not bounded by a nuclear membrane. All the contents of the nucleus like nucleoplasm, chromatin fibers, DNA, protein, all are present in the cytoplasm itself. We know that in the cell, nucleus present and all the matrix of the cell, it is called as cytoplasm. So this is the cytoplasm and this is the nucleus, and all the content of the nucleus, जो भी content nucleus के अंदर है वो nuclear membrane से बंधा हुआ है. न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन जो है वो उसको न्यूक्लियस के अंदर रखा हुआ है सारे कंटेंट को. क्या होगा अगर न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन ही नहीं रहेगा? न्यूक्लियस के अंदर का सारा कंटेंट साइटोप्लाज्म में आ जाएगा. तो इन दिस केस ऑफ प्रोकैरियोट्स वही होता है. न्यूक्लियस नहीं रहता है, न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन नहीं रहता है, इसलिए उसका जो कंटेंट होता है वो न्यूक्लियर साइटोप्लाज्म में ही रहता है. पर इन यूकैरियोट्स न्यूक्लियस इज सराउंडेड बाय अ न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन, इसलिए इसमें ट्रू न्यूक्लियस पाया जाता है. वन मोर थिंग इज दैट न्यूक्लियोलस इज एब्सेंट इन द प्रोकैरियोट्स बट इट इज प्रेजेंट इन द यूकैरियोट्स. तो हियर nucleolus is present in the nucleus, but this nucleolus, it is absent in the prokaryotes but present in the eukaryotes. So in the prokaryotes, primitive or false nucleus is present, where nucleus is not bounded by a nuclear membrane. All the content of the nucleus will float in the cytoplasm. Nucleolus is also absent in prokaryotes. Here complete true nucleus is present. Nucleus is bounded by a membrane called nuclear membrane. Nucleolus is also present in the eukaryotes. Coming to the next difference between the prokaryotes and the eukaryote is that membrane bound cell organelle is absent in the prokaryotes. Membrane bound cell organelle is absent in the prokaryotes. In all the cell organelles we were studying that it is absent in the prokaryotic cell but present in all eukaryotic cell, like mitochondria, Golgi body, lysosome, plastids, all are absent in the prokaryotic cell because they are membrane bound. Membrane bound cell organelles are absent in prokaryotic cell. Here we can see that mitochondria are double membranous membrane bound cell organelle. The inner membrane is folded inside like this. Chloroplast is also double membrane bound cell organelle. Lysosome is single membrane bound cell organelle. Golgi body, all the organelles are the membrane bound structure. So all the membrane bound cell organelles, they are absent in the prokaryote cells. Membrane bound cell organelles are absent. But in eukaryotes, all the membrane bound cell organelles are present. In prokaryotes, centrosomes are also absent, but in eukaryotes, centrosomes are present. The function of centrosome we will study in our higher classes. Till now, just know it that centrosomes are present in the eukaryotes and it is absent in prokaryotes. Coming to the next difference, that cell division. Cell division occurs by fission. Fission is also known as amitosis. Here what happens, simply a cell divides into two parts and both the parts grow into a new organism. This is just the fission, where a cell divides into two parts and both of them grow into a new cell. So this is just the fission or the cell division. These occurs in prokaryotes. But in eukaryotes, mitosis or meiosis occurs. By the process of mitosis and meiosis, the cell divides and cell division occurs by mitosis or meiosis. In our higher classes, we will study about mitosis and meiosis also. So, what are the difference we have known? That in prokaryotes, primitive type of nucleus presence of false or primitive nucleus. Nucleus is not bounded by a nuclear membrane, nucleolus is also absent. But in case of eukaryotes, presence of true nucleus, nucleus is surrounded by a nuclear membrane, nucleolus is present in eukaryotes, a complete true nucleus is present in eukaryotes. Membrane bound cell organelles are present in eukaryotes like mitochondria, Golgi body, chloroplast, lysosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, everything is present in the eukaryotes. But they are absent in prokaryotes. Centrosomes are also absent in prokaryotes, but they are present in eukaryotes. Prokaryotes divide by cell division or fission, but eukaryotes divides by mitosis or meiosis. Coming to the examples of prokaryotes and eukaryotes, that bacteria, blue-green algae and mycoplasma are the examples of prokaryotes. And all the other organisms like animals, plants, fungus, protozoa, all are the example of eukaryotes. So bacteria, blue-green algae, mycoplasma come under prokaryotes. But animals, plants, fungi, protozoa, they come under eukaryotes. Now let us understand the difference between the prokaryotes and eukaryotes by this diagram, with the help of this diagram. So this is a prokaryotic cell and this is eukaryotic cell. Both the cell are bounded by the cell wall. So cell wall present in both, in prokaryotic cell also and in eukaryotic cell also. But in case of eukaryotes, cell wall is not present in animals. It is present only in plants, fungi. It is absent in animal. It is present in prokaryotic cell wall and in all eukaryotic cell. But in eukaryotes, in animal, cell wall is absent. Coming to the cell membrane is also present in both the prokaryotic cell and the eukaryotic cell. Now coming to the cytoplasm, the fluid of the cell is the cytoplasm. It is present in both prokaryotic cell and in eukaryotic cell. Coming to the nucleus, as we know that in prokaryotic cell, false nucleus is present, which is not bounded by a membrane. Hence, the content of the nucleus, that is this chromatin fiber which has DNA, proteins, they are floating in the cytoplasm. So, this is the DNA. It is present in the cytoplasm itself, not in the nucleus. But here, complete true nucleus is present. This is a true nucleus. Here, complete true nucleus is present. It has eukaryotic cell. All the membrane bound cell organelles are present. We can see that this is the endoplasmic reticulum. This is Golgi body. This is mitochondria. Here is the lysosome. All the cell organelles, all the membrane bound cell organelle, it is present in both prokaryotic cell. It is present in only in eukaryotic cell. All the membrane bound cell organelle like endoplasmic reticulum, Golgi body, lysosomes, they are absent in prokaryotic cell. Here we can see that there is no membrane bound cell organelle is present. But one very important thing that I forgot to mention is that ribosomes. Here is the ribosome. The ribosome are present in both prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. As we know that ribosomes are non-membrane bound cell organelle. So since this is the non-membrane bound cell organelle, it should be present in both prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. And we know that the function of ribosome is that it helps in the synthesizing of protein. So to synthesis of protein occurs in both prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cells. Hence, ribosome is present in both prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Let us recall the difference between the prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Here, primitive type of nucleus present. Here, true nucleus is present. Nucleus is surrounded by nuclear membrane. Here, nucleus is not surrounded by nuclear membrane. Here, nucleolus is also absent. Here, nucleolus is present. In the case of prokaryotes, membrane-bound cell organelles absent. But ribosomes are present. Here membrane-bound cell organelles present and ribosome is present in both decays. In prokaryotes also and in eukaryotes also. Centrosomes are absent in prokaryotic cell but it is present in eukaryotic cell. In prokaryotic cell, cell division occurs by fission or amitosis. But in eukaryotes, cell division occurs by mitosis or meiosis. The examples of prokaryotic cell is the bacteria, blue-green algae, cytoplasm. But the example of eukaryotic cell is the animal, plants, fungus, protozoa, etc. So this is the difference between the prokaryotic cell and the eukaryotic cell. You may ask in the examination to draw the cell. So you can simply draw the cell like this. Thank you so much. Please share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.